A whole people put to flight by the Islamic State. Exhausted, terrified, the Yazidis suffered many individual tragedies as they fled in their thousands. In a nearby hospital, we learned of one of the most heartbreaking stories. The little boy is disabled, paralyzed down one side. He was found by Kurdish fighters abandoned and dying in the desert. Doctors think he lay in 50-degree heat, looking into the blazing sun for more than a day. His eyes dried out, the corneas now scorched and infected. No one knows his name or where his parents are. No one really knows how he came to be left behind. Other refugees believe his mother no longer had the strength to carry him and had to make the awful choice, which child to save. Islamic State gunmen started shooting at people, says one refugee, giving me the commonly accepted version of events. The boy's mother panicked, he says. She dropped him and just ran, so he was left behind. American warplanes and drones carried out 14 airstrikes in northern Iraq today. This was to help ease the humanitarian crisis, said a US military spokesman, and also to help the Kurdish ground forces. A Kurdish offensive is reported to have captured large parts of the Mosul Dam today. It's been in the hands of the Islamic State for the past fortnight. This is a difficult fight, say the Kurds.
They have an agenda. They have an army, a fully blown army. They have money, finances, they have oil. They're controlling water resources. They are controlling the territory of two countries, Syria and Iraq.
In northern Syria, the Islamic State is gaining more territory. They're taking it from other rebel groups in a new offensive. Syria's opposition has called for the US military to bomb here, just as they're doing in Iraq. There are refugee camps spread across the whole region. Syria, Turkey, Lebanon, and here in Iraq. And some of the camps, like this one, are starting to get an air of permanence about them. These people, Syrian Kurds, fled to Iraq 2.5 years ago. The jihadis were not powerful then, but they used the chaos of Syria's civil war to become stronger and stronger. And now they're using the fighting in Iraq to try to carve out their own Islamic caliphate, their own state, that they hope will make the borders between Iraq and Syria simply irrelevant. The Americans have been drawn back into Iraq, but air power alone will not decide this conflict. The refugees may have a long wait before they can go home. Paul Wood, BBC News, Northern Iraq.